It's Isaac from Team Hoon Hay, and I've got another deck profile for you guys today. So I managed to get 5th place at locals with this deck somehow. I don't know. I'm still a bit confused, but I actually managed to go 3-1. I ended up beating Ancient Gears, Pure Time Thieves, and even Shadol. One loss being to Shena Birds. So this was at the local non-meta tournament. So yeah, I was pretty surprised how this deck went, but it's still got some good cards, and yeah, I'll just get right into the profile. So to start off with, play 2 of each of the cards that get the lock. So you play 2 Aria and 2 Elegi. So I don't know how to say this name, but anyway. So what these cards do is level 4, it means your opponent can't target your Melodious monsters that were special summon with card effects, and they also can't be destroyed by battle. So even today, like a lot of decks really struggle to overcome this. Most decks will play 1 or 2 cards in the extra decks, like Borrowload or say Orcus will play Dingarasu. But even like things like Borrowsword, they can't out this card. And your opponent's got to put a lot of resources just to out this, one level 4. And level 5 here, what it does is prevent your Melodious monsters being destroyed by card effects. And they both get their effects when they're special summoned, so you just normal summon, they don't get effects, but the new Link monster, which is we got in Jewel Overload, is really good, and it can help turbo these 2 out. And yeah, so basically the goal of the deck is just to get these 2 out and hope your opponent can't out them, and protect them with back row and hand traps. So there's two of each of these ones. So move on to the cards that actually help you summon them. So you play 3 of Cannon, and you play 3 Sonata. So basically, the effects are relevant for these is if you control a Melodious monster, you can special summon these cards. And then what Sonata does is also it gives all your special summon fairy type monsters 500 attack and defense. So you're probably thinking that's not too great, but you can make these 2, you can get them up quite high. So if you have Aria on the field, it goes up to 2-1, and this one here can go up to 2-5, and they can't be targeted or destroyed. So it's pretty decent. Basically, in Cannon, what it does is it can change position of a Melodious monster to attack or defense. So it's kind of okay, but you just summon these, link them away with the new link, which is a link 2. And then we've just got the one-offs. So I got 1 Solo, 1 Soprano, and 1 Mozarta. So these ones aren't as great, but they're still kind of handy to have in the deck. So just play what each one does. Solo, you can special summon it if your opponent controls monsters. So going second, it's good, it helps you get to the link. And when it dies, it summons one from the deck. Soprano is basically lets you fusion with the field. So it's kind of good because you don't have to play as many bricks like Poly if you want to get the fusions. The fusions in this deck are actually pretty decent. And just 1 Mozarta, so it can special summon a Melodious from the hand. So what you do is, with the link, you can summon this one from deck, and if you hard draw either of the level 3 or level 5, you can just special them from the hand and you can get the lock going. And it makes the card's not a brick, and it's 2/6 beta, so it's quite good. Some in this deck just to have high tech monsters, and you think it can really stack up with cards like Sonata as well as the level 5. And then so these are the last 3 Melodious monsters. Just playing, and the other monster's playing 2 Condemned Witch. This card's pretty decent because it can search for Forbidden Chalice, but I think it's still pretty strong these days, which can help you protect. Say they go for a card like Trish or Dingarasu to out your lock, you can just wait till they summon that and then chalice them, and they're kind of screwed. And this can also tag out to summon Aria from the deck, which is pretty good. It's just 1 card, so it's quite nice if you don't draw 2 Melodious monsters. And then sort of the hand traps, so 2 Honest. This card's still pretty good. I managed to no one expects Honest in 2020, and it's still really good. It's just a good card. And it can help you out a lot of monsters as well. Just hand traps, just 1 Ghost Ogre and 2 Ash Blossom. Ash is just a really good card. It's only one of the hand traps I'm playing. I play the 1 Ghost Ogre because I'm playing Needle Fiber in the extra deck. You don't have to play Needle Fiber, and if you weren't playing, I wouldn't play Ghost Ogre. But I think just having it there gives you the option to have some disruption if you don't draw a combo, and you just draw a brick on hand traps basically. So next card is 3 first movement solo and 3 ostinato. These are basically the best cards in the deck. So what first movement solo does is it just summons a Melodious. If you control my monsters, you can special summon Melodious from the deck, which is really strong. So you always want to go for Aria. And to be honest, you don't want to go into Link if you don't have to. Because the thing is, the Link loses to every hand trap in the game. It loses to, loses to Ghost Dog, it loses to Phalar, loses to Ash, of course, and also loses to Nibiru. So you probably don't want to link the card you summon this one card away unless you've certain your opponent's not playing hand traps. And then probably the best card in the deck will be Ostinato. So all this one does is it's like Shadow Fusion, but you just have to control no monsters, and you can use 2 materials from the deck. And it summons a fusion and it dies in end phase. When the fusion monster dies in end phase, you can just bring back the 2 materials used to summon it from grave. So you just bring back Aria and this one here, which name I can't even say. And you bring these 2 back and it gives you the lock. And it's really good. And then just some more spells in the deck. Just play 2 Cool Boy. You probably should play 3, but it's pretty tight. I wanted to get the deck close to the 40 cards as possible, and it is 40 cards. But you just want to draw Ostinato because it's the best card by far. And then to search with, just 2 Forbidden Chalice. You search this off Contempt Lich. I think it's still a good card. As I was saying before, you can just wait till your opponent summons the 1 monster that can out your lock, and then just chalice it, and you're screwed. And finally moving on to traps. So there's quite a few. So there's 1 Necroflusion, 2 Strike, 2 Torrential, 2 Crackdown, back to the front, and 2 Impermanence. So Necrofusion's pretty good because you can use all your monsters in grave, some of the fusions on your opponent's turn, and no one's really expecting it. So 2 Strike, it can just out, like I said before, you just wait till your opponent summons a monster that can out your lock and you strike it and they're kind of screwed. Torrential Tribute's really good in this deck because the Melodious cards, not only can they not be targeted by your opponent's effects, they also can't be targeted by yours or destroyed by yours. So what that means is if you can set a lock, you can still Torrential Tribute. You can Torrential Tribute them, and your monsters will live and theirs will die. And you got 2 Crackdown. I think Crackdown is a pretty good card. It just helps you, like I said, take out the big monsters that can out your board. 1 back to the front. I'll probably play more of this. Just because you can revive Aria and feat will trigger, meaning it's a special summon monster. And the last card, Infinite Permanence, I think it's just a good card and you should play in most decks if you're playing hand traps or you can afford them. So move on to the extra deck now. So I got 3 copies of Bloom, the Melodious, I think it was some big ass name. So Bloom Harmonist, the Melodious Composer. So this new card really helps the deck a lot. So you just need 2 monsters on the field. You discard a card and you summon 2 Melodious monsters with different levels in the deck. So basically, like I was saying, it gets you the lock, so you can summon these 2 in zones pointing down below it. And you basically just hope your opponent can't out it. Or because the one loss I did have was against Shadowbirds, and unfortunately none of the ritual. I can shuffle 3 cards into the deck and they don't target. So it was a pretty bad matchup for me. Did get beaten pretty easily in that game, but like I was saying, a lot of decks they can't out this lock. So move on to the fusion. Alright, so move on to the fusions. You play just 1 of this one, 1 of this, and 3 of the big one here. I think this one's the best one by far. So what its effect is, a quick effect. It's only disruption the deck actually has against your opponent, but it's still pretty good. It's quick effect, banish 3 cards of your opponent's graveyard, and then gain turn or attack for each card banish. So you can get this card up to 3k pretty easily, and you always summon it off Ostinato, so you can go quick effect, banish 3, and then wait for the end phase and just get your lock going. It's the best one. It's just generic as well, and these 2 Melodious monsters. The other ones are just one-offs. I never summon this. I don't think this one's that great. But Bloom Diva's pretty cool card. It can't be destroyed battle or card effects. So if you want to use the fusion and you don't want the monster to die in the end phase, you can just summon this one out and it protects itself. Its effect also is when it battles, your opponent takes a battle damage instead. So if your opponent summons a monster with really big attack, you can just summon this and just ram it, and then do quite a lot of damage. So he's got the links, these are just generic cards. So One Nightmare Unicorn, One Nightmare Phoenix, Bear Plant, Bird Anaconda, Christian, Borrowload, and TG Hyper Librarian. So these are all pretty decent cards, they're just generic. You can make them, you can go into Unicorn and Borrowload pretty easy with the link, so you get your lock set up, and the next turn if you want to summon, go into them, you can pretty well. You just normal summon a monster, go into Unicorn with the link 2 you've got. I mean, these are just really good generic cards. You don't have to play Needle Fiber if you don't want to. It's just, why not, basically. And then just Prayer Plant, Verde Anaconda. This card's pretty decent. You can send Necro Fusion, and you can also play Polymerization, so you just need 2 monsters to make it, and you can go into your fusions. Pretty decent all round. So yes, that's the deck profile, guys. And yeah, we'll see you next time.